I understand where this mindset of break all the rules comes from, but I'm here to tell you, break all the rules does not work, and there are good reasons for that. And the first and most important reason is innovators need the performance engine for lots of reasons. First and most obvious, it is profits from the performance engine that pay for innovation. Okay? It's never a good idea to antagonize your funder by going around and saying, I'm going to break all your rules. Secondly, almost all innovations build on at least something inside the organization that already exists. That could be a brand, it could be a manufacturing capability, it could be that you want to work with the existing sales force to reach the same customers. Innovators need the performance engine. Okay? Now, the second reason that break all the rules does not work is that it sounds an awful lot like break the performance engine. Okay? And if I'm the guy that's responsible inside the performance engine for being on time, on budget, on spec every single day, and I hear some turkey say I'm going to break all the rules, my reaction is I'm going to break you. You don't want to antagonize the performance engine because the performance engine is bigger and stronger and always wins. The third reason is that break all the rules sounds a lot like no rules, as in we, the innovators, are enlightened and special, and we don't have to follow your silly rules. And that attitude only heightens the antagonism. Instead of break all the rules, what we need is mutual respect. Mutual respect between innovators and the leaders in the performance engine. It's hard to achieve, but what innovation leaders need to remember more than anything else is that conflict with the performance engine is normal. It's normal. And not only that, it is the result of good people doing good work, trying to make that performance engine achieve its highest possible levels of performance. It is not the result of people being lazy or resistant to change. It is the result of good people doing good work. Now, let's look at the other side of the coin. There's something that every performance engine leader needs to remember, and it's very simple. And that is that no performance engine lasts forever. Okay? A company that's only good at ongoing operations eventually dies. I think our most recent example is Blockbuster, RIP. There's a company that was very good at ongoing operations but struggled to innovate. No performance engine lasts forever. Okay? Now, Model 3 is a little bit different from Model 1 and Model 2. Okay? Model 1 and Model 2 were about somehow making innovation happen inside the performance engine despite these fundamental conflicts. And we saw that Model 1 and Model 2 were powerful but had some serious limitations. Model 3 is different in that it always involves a dedicated team. It always involves a dedicated team. This is a special group of people that is fully allocated, fully dedicated, 100% of their time, or nearly 100% of their time, to a single innovation initiative. Okay? Now let me be very, very clear that we're not talking about a skunk works. We're talking about a dedicated team that works in very close partnership with the rest of the organization. Okay? Model 3 always involves a dedicated team working in close partnership with the performance engine. Now, let me talk through how you build this team in 3 simple steps. Step 1 is you've got to divide the labor. Okay? You've got to figure out what that dedicated team is going to do and what the performance engine is going to contribute. Step 2 is you've got to build the dedicated team. And step 3 is you've got to manage the partnership. Let me just give you a high-level tip for each of those 3 steps, starting with step 1, divide the labor. This is a toughie, okay? Because the performance engine has lots and lots of assets and capabilities, and you'd like to get them involved in every way possible. The problem is the performance engine already has a very big job, and that is running ongoing operations. However, the performance engine can help if you simply remember that what the performance engine can do is simply add scale. It can always do more work. You just can't ask it to do different work. So for example, if you want to sell a new product through the performance engine sales force, you can add salespeople to build up capacity to do that. You can ask the performance engine to do more work. You just can't ask it to do very different work. Okay? Step 2 is build the dedicated team. This is an easy one to mess up. Building a dedicated team must be treated just like building a brand new company from scratch. It usually takes some outside people. It also takes new titles, new job descriptions, new processes, new metrics, a new culture, new policies. Literally, it's like building a new company from scratch. If you treat it as anything less than that, you end up building what I call LPEs. That's little performance engine, little subunits that operate just like the parent. And that is no way to make innovation happen. Step 3 is manage the partnership. Now, quite obviously, this is a delicate partnership. We've talked about conflict between innovation and ongoing operations. This is a tough one to manage, but it can be managed. It just takes a lot of TLC and a lot of attention from senior levels in the organization. Some CEOs have told me they look at Model 3 innovation projects as projects in which they are the project leader at the same time they are CEO. That level of involvement is not always necessary, but close attention and TLC is necessary. Those are the 3 steps to making Model 3 work.